One thing before we start the manga chapter review this week, you guys, I just want to let you know that Corey and I did a review on the Berserk movie 2 that just came out, Battle of Adultery. Really cool review, really happy with it. We filmed it yesterday, and we also released a review or an impression video on the latest Naruto Storm 3 trailer. You get to see the Jinchurikis are now playable characters, and Corey has a whole breakdown on that. I'll put links and annotations above, so definitely go check that stuff out. Let's jump right into it. Well, it starts off with Obito just pretty much being a jackass like he was at the end of the last chapter when Neji died. And by the way, I'm sorry I wasn't there for that review, guys. I really wanted to be. It just came out of nowhere. I went out of town to visit some grandparents for the holidays, and then bam, Neji dies on me. I was just like, what the fuck? Anyway, so yeah, pretty much as Naruto's like looking at Neji's dead body, and he looks like completely out of it. A lot of this death reminded me of Ace's death in One Piece. Sorry if that's a spoiler. Anyway, so it's just the way visually, the way he rests on Naruto's shoulder, just it all seemed very Ace-ish. The other thing that I thought was kind of a real dick move on Obito's part, he's just like rubbing it in and saying, I thought you said that you weren't going to let anyone die. And Obito is the kind of bad guy that is messed up in the head. He doesn't want money or power. He's like the Joker from Batman. He's just doing it just to inflict like of a reflection of himself. Like that's just who he is and just putting it out there onto people. Well, Madara is more of like the evil guy in the big chair that all he wants is like the money and the power. And he just sort of seems more traditional, where Obito is really the damaged goods psychopath. So I also think this episode is big in the sense of the pairing. I know a lot of people are into that, the Naruhina, Narusakura fans. And obviously this episode leans heavily towards Naruto and Hinata getting together. Hinata actually slaps Naruto in the face and gets him back in line and says, obviously she's saying something along the lines of that it doesn't matter that you said that you weren't going to let anyone die. What matters is that you trust in your friends and everyone believes in each other. That's the whole point of this whole alliance thing. Everyone believes in each other. If you go and take the easy way out with Obito, you're betraying everyone. That's the real problem. So I actually, this is just your standard shonen pep talk. The hero gets beaten down and he needs a pep talk. Some of my favorite parts are obviously, though, when Killer Bee comes in and sends the Beast Ball back into the Ten Tails' mouth. I thought that was just epic. And also we're seeing the fighting between Madara and Obito. And obviously Obito's choice to just wrap the Ten Tails in its tails to protect it and then just shoot a Beast Bomb right in front of it failed. And so he's going to look pretty weak in front of Madara, and they might actually end up fighting. I think that would be interesting. Also, the Nine Tails jumped in on Naruto and said, hey man, you've already been fighting for more than yourself for a long time. I, killed your parents and then they sealed me inside of you, which is a very weird pep talk. Yeah, I murdered your parents, but now we're all working together. I don't know. I'm just saying. It's kind of strange. The end of the actual manga chapter ends with Naruto and Hinata holding hands. Oh my gosh, Naruto-kun! And then they both power up. It seems like Naruto's probably giving some chakra to Hinata, or she's just powering up. I don't know. It's been shown that he can hand off chakra. So anyway, what did I think of this Naruto episode? Well, or Naruto manga. It was a good one, but the problem is it's just a lot of filler, and not in the sense that we don't care. It's just obvious that, Naruto's pretty much from the beginning of this war said that he fights for everyone, and that's pretty much what he got reminded this episode. This chapter was not even half as exciting, in my opinion, as Neji's death. It was just kind of a lot of, oh man, it feels fillery to me. Obviously not in the sense that it's filler, like it's not canon. It just feels like filler, just to stretch this fight out a little bit longer. I kind of wish this would have happened quicker, but now that it took over the whole chapter, next week we're probably going to see some fighting. I'm very interested to see where Obito and Madara lie after taking that hit. I wonder if the Ten Tails is going to go into its last transformation. Well, I assume its next transformation would be its last transformation. Maybe they're going to push that faster now that the Ten Tails got its ass kicked, and obviously it's going to be hurt, so maybe it can't fight at its like maximum anymore. And again, I wonder what's going to happen to Obito and Madara. I think that they're going to kind of disagree. And obviously now that Naruto has a full QB cloak chakra again, I think that he is going to just walk up and kick their ass for a while. Because let's be honest, Madara and Obito need to get their ass kicked for a while. It's cool that they're super powerful and they got the 10 tails, but they need to get hurt too. Or else it's just a one-sided ass whooping, and that's not usually how Naruto goes. And he just got a pep talk, so they're pretty much screwed anyway. I give this chapter a 8 out of 10. Awesome stuff. You know, if you're a pairing fan for Naruhina, sky's the limit for you. I'm sure you're enjoying this chapter a lot. Pairings aren't really my thing, but I still really enjoyed this chapter. Just reinforcement and the eventual love story. I don't know. I don't think this author is good at romance. Let's just be honest. Naruto is not your romance manga. But 8 out of 10 this week, guys. Please let me know what your favorite part of this chapter was down below. And until next time, SuperKamiGuru9000 out.